Next, let's learn how to add new content to Rebelle and remove content you don't want. I'll start by explaining how Rebelle stores the various assets like brushes, papers, and settings. There are a few ways to bring new content into Rebelle. First, you can use the File Import Assets command, or choose Import from a panel like the brushes, for example. You can also drag and drop one or more brushes and other types of content into the respective panels. The new brushes will go into whichever group or brush tool they are dropped into. You can also remove brushes and other content. While this method is convenient, it would be better to understand where these files are going when you import or delete them. Whatever changes you make to the content in the Rebelle application affects your library folder in the background. You can open the library folder found in the Help menu, which shows all of the customization files for Rebelle. You can also import and delete content here, and it will be reflected in the Rebelle interface. By default, this folder is located somewhere that can be difficult to find. Fortunately, in the general preferences, you can choose a custom location anywhere on your computer. You can even choose something portable like an external storage drive. Just be sure to use the same location name that is shown by default. Mine says Early Access, but that may be different for you. Another option is to choose a location in cloud storage like Dropbox or iCloud. This will allow you to synchronize your Rebelle settings, brushes, and other content across multiple devices. While this can be convenient, there are some downsides. The first is that if you lose your internet connection, those files will not be accessible. And second, it takes significantly longer to copy files to and from online storage. When you change the location of your library folder, your current assets will be duplicated to the new location automatically. There is also a button to reset the directory to its default location. When you do this, a message appears asking if you want to just change the path or copy the assets there as well. If assets are already present when you change locations, you'll have the option of replacing or skipping them. The folder button just opens the library location you have selected. You can create different versions of your library folder and treat them like separate workspaces. You can switch between them without changing any files using the Change Path Only option. This isn't the most elegant way to utilize multiple workspaces, since you will need to restart Rebelle to refresh the content, and you can only switch workspaces from the Preferences menu, but it works. Let's explore the contents of the Rebelle library folder. First is a folder of your autosave data. You might be able to recover a crashed or earlier version of your work here. Feel free to delete these files periodically to save storage space. Next are all of your brushes sorted by category. You can find your favorite brushes here as well. There are even folders for shapes and grains in here. We'll come back to what these can do later. You also have a folder of colors. This contains color swatches which you can use to select specific colors. There is a folder called Data, which contains preferences and other settings. If you right-click on the settings file and open it with Notepad, you will recognize some of these properties from the Preferences lesson. Presets is where you'll find the data for canvas, paper, and other presets. Gradients are where you'll find any custom or default gradients. Granulations are used with watercolor. Keyboard shortcuts can be imported and exported here. Layouts stores your custom layout files. Mixing palettes can be used to mix colors on an artist's palette. Those can be stored here. Papers contains your custom papers and canvas textures. Paths is a directory of all the vector paths you can use in Rebelle. Patterns is where all of the fill patterns are stored. Reference images contains reference images you can load into Rebelle. Reflection maps are used with the advanced oil painting features. Removed is the directory that stores any brushes or content you have deleted from within the Rebelle panels. You won't see this unless you have deleted something. Stencils is the home for any default and custom stencils. And structures are intricate patterns you can add within your paint. These are located here.